Dom DeMarco.
Which one of these is playing sound that ain't supposed to? Which one of these is playing sound that ain't supposed to? Which one of these is playing sound that ain't supposed to? Which one of these is playing sound that ain't supposed to? There we go. Found your ass, motherfucker. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Cut the Noise. I'm your man, Bailey.
What's up? Hey,
AKA Mr. Go. Get him. Welcome to another episode of Cut the Noise. Tonight, we have a nice, wonderful show. No guest tonight. No guest tonight. You stuck with three dirty niggas. I don't say I ain't dirty either. It sounded good, though.
No, sir.
I don't think I'm okay. There we go.
How
Never mind.
do you get caught off guard every time during the intro, knowing damn well we're doing the intro?
I just never know you coming to me first. So I'm like, all right, man. I'm like, I got time, bro. I got time to get this shit right.
And this nigga always ready with.
Always
Oh,
ready.
yeah.
You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
This motherfucker be ready
What
to go.
What does Deion Sanders say?
Niggas like, what's that? Coming to America? Sexual chocolate.
When you look good, you feel good. When you feel good, you play good. You feel me?
So you feel me?
You feel me?
We gonna reverse it since your ass getting caught off guard. How was your week, sir?
It was well. It was productive as per usual. You know what I'm saying? We making things happen, man. We're moving forward in life. How about yours?
My week has been very good. It's a lot of changes in life happening right now for the good.
Okay.
So
Hey, my week was actually pretty good. Then only thing was whatever it was. It was getting hot as shit, but besides that, it was good.
That's good.
Good week.
I am officially at 2.5 weeks. No meat.
That's an accomplishment.
It is an accomplishment.
Give him
That's
some
a-
milk.
That's a wonderful accomplishment because I ain't doing it.
Hell no. No meat,
I'm not.
player? Come on, man. You gotta
No-
get
so
better.
what
no
you telling
diddy,
me
no
is you
diddy,
like meat
no
in your
diddy,
mouth.
No diddy, no diddy.
a
See,
lot of it.
You got to throw no diddy, no diddy.
I don't give a fuck if did it or not, bro. I'm
No
all about
diddy,
that meat, son.
no diddy.
Hey, give me that porterhouse. Give me that meat. Yeah, man. I
Hey,
can't
listen.
do that. Sound-
Hey,
hey,
yo, you say
sound like y'all been having some girls in your ears. Hey, you know what, man? Y'all shouldn't be eating all that meat because
Why does that have to be dealing with a female?
I don't see too many men be like, yo, bro, stop eating that meat, man.
nah, it's a lot of them niggas out here.
It is. A whole bunch of sassy men.
Niggas not
I
talking
don't know,
about-
because I'm one of them niggas. I ain't sassy.
Yeah.
Fuck you, nigga.
You better defend it right now. You better go defensive. Don't you call me sassy?
I'm just gonna say this. Not eating meat has felt amazing. Energy levels are top notch. I feel better. I feel a lot lighter.
Okay. How long do you think this gonna last
so.
though?
Well, last time it lasted for 4.5, 5 years.
No meat at all.
No meat. I had meat for my friend Yesenia's wedding. I had chicken breast.
Did it blow your stomach up?
Man, that shit made me feel like trash.
Yeah,
No,
I
it
can't do that.
didn't do that.
You started a lawnmower and
But
shit.
yeah, like, you just feel different.
But see, the thing is with me,
It didn't do
I've
that.
done it before when I was younger, like,
But,
and I
yeah,
went on an
like,
all meat,
just-
like all meat
You
diet,
feel
and I felt like lighter. I felt cleaner.
Like all meat diet.
All meat, like nothing else. And then I mean, I cut out soda, I cut out all this shit. It was just meat,
you
no
went
bread.
you went on what they call that, the carnivore diet.
Carnivore diet.
And, but this was before you called it carnivore. This was just like, yo, you used to go to IGA and get some cheap ass meat, and then it's like, yo, like you're 20, 22 years old, you don't make sides, bro. You just eat meat and you're fucking gone.
Man,
That's what it was.
I feel well by having a balanced fucking diet.
So I love having a balanced diet of vegetables and fruit. And you know what I really got to thinking about more than anything?
What's that?
In prison, do you realize I really hardly ate meat? Niggas literally live off of top ramen noodles, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches,
That's crazy.
Don't get
pit
ripped.
meals, oatmeal. Boy, oatmeal blow me up. So I
Bologna.
understand why horses be what they be. When you eat a certain way, your body reacts a lot differently, and not always in a bad way, but in a good way. No bread. Oh my God, I love it. I love it when it's no
Yeah, I
bread.
guess it just depends though, bro. Because you can still achieve the same body and
Well, I'm
the
not saying
feeling
you
and
can't.
everything with all of that shit. If you just
Trust
do it
me.
the right way.
My black ass will turn into the brown version of the Incredible Hulk on the regular diet too. I just enjoy my black ass.
Yeah, just your
The
preference.
will turn into the brown version of the.
Yeah, it's just your preference.
Yeah.
Because I tried all of it. I did try the carnivore, tried the fucking vegan. I said, nah, fam. I
Ain't
need
work.
balance. I need balance out of my shit because I can't go without the carbs. I can't go without the fucking meat. I can't go. I just got to have the balance shit.
But you all said because you work out too.
And
Like a
that's
lot of
a-
motherfuckers, like
Yeah,
they just
that's
want to do the eating shit and not work out.
Yeah.
Like AKA me. I don't
This
fucking
nigga
work
said
out.
AKA
Hey,
me.
I'm like, yo, motherfuckers say you start
He
eating
didn't
my
just
meat.
say meat. He said my meat.
My meat. My meat, nigga. I bought it. Ain't nobody have none of that but me. My shit.
Why did he sound like he said butt meat?
Got a little fat in it. It's got a little, hey, everybody know a little bit of fat in your meat's good.
Y'all get a different version because I'm drinking a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
He's
about.
getting at it right now. He's
Shit.
poking right now.
That's what I like to see.
Turn into the comedian. All right. First topic. What'd y'all think of last week's show?
Yeah. Was it good? I thought last week was good.
Last week was good, but we definitely were tiptoeing.
Elaborate.
We were tiptoeing because, of course, we want to be respectful of the guests, being that we still small as a podcast overall. So, what I'm saying? We don't want to step on too many toes right now, but there were some things that could have been said.
Oh, there could be some room
from the get go, and it's like, fam,
What?
I hear what you talking, but it ain't clicking like you think it is. It ain't hitting like you think it is. Like you ain't that tight. You ain't that tight.
Because like our thing was, yo, bro, if you with this certain kind of person, if you with a different person, this shit would not fucking fly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then probably the person you would get the best outcome from.
No.
But you ain't gonna like it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna like that shit. Well, you with who you like because the motherfucker let you do what the fuck you want to do.
Correct.
You
know what I'm
settled.
saying?
You settled.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
he said it. And you can already tell. I know a lot of people. I use this whole idea of, well, you don't know him and this. Listen, I don't need to know him to understand the situation. Everything that you just presented, and I know how to use context clues, and I know how to do critical thinking.
Ain't not one
I
motherfucker.
understand the situation at hand here. I'm sorry, but
He is not
face-
fulfilling your needs
at all.
So you are running the streets, allowing your needs to
At
get met
all.
by somebody else.
Exactly.
Not only that, I don't think that his needs is being met either.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, that's a fact.
No, no way. There's no way.
Because
But does he care though?
Oh, he's
That's a
probably
bigger
not in a
question.
position
Does he
to
care?
do anything about it.
Does he care? Yeah.
He's not in a position to do it.
okay,
He's
so
not in-
we did have a video that we was in our group chat where she's a stay at
Ooh,
home.
hold up. I got a question. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Somebody asked in the chat. They said, "I have a question. How does a woman settle?"
Oh, easy. How's a woman settle? She's going with the motions. She's like, yo, like, she's selling because typically she wouldn't fuck with this kind of dude. But maybe her last 3 dudes didn't show her the attention that she needed, or it could be whatever. But then she found this one dude who's kind of fitting what she needs, but she doesn't like him that way. She's hoping that it will build. She's hoping that, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't love him like that right now, but hopefully in like 2 months, 3, 4, 5 months, I'm gonna get there. That's how you fucking settle. But you never get there. His love is gonna keep going, and yours is gonna be right here. And then that's when that shit happens, to where after 5 years she leaves, and then people are like, "How the fuck are you so cold that you left this person? Like there was no emotion in it."
I'm going to
This
say,
person
for the ladies
hated
that
it.
are in the chat, tell me what your version of settle is.
That's
My version of a woman settling is he's not safety, security, and a provider, and she knows that, but she's okay with a roommate as long as she can go fuck with other dudes. Because that's basically
That's
what
a
it is.
version of, yeah.
It is a roommate that you can step out on or step out with, and go align yourself with masculine energy until you find it. And the thing about it is, I mean, he's settling too, but he's settling more than she is. And the number one reason for his settle is child support's a bitch. It ruins so many men. And when you're married and you get divorced, you get hit harder.
But what do you think? Like, don't you think like men? Don't you think that we all settle?
How?
Because what is your idea of love? I'm guessing. Like, let's start off with like what it should be. Like, what is your idea of how things are supposed to be, like, love wise? I guess.
So that is an amazing question. But you're asking the wrong question to men, because we don't live for love. Women do.
Exactly.
We
So
want respect.
We settle.
No, we don't settle. I mean, some men do settle. Like in that situation, he settled because he's not getting respected.
Not like that.
There's
Not like
no
that.
respect in that household.
Not like that.
I will never have a household where I'm not respected.
Oh, 100%.
Because if I'm not respected, you have to go.
I guess I'm using the wrong words here, because I feel, okay, so if you look at what most people call love, it would be you're doing certain kind of shit for a person that, like, you typically wouldn't do because you love that person. Like,
Can we really break down what a relationship or a marriage or
but let me go real quick. How about this? So, like, what I'm saying is, like, a lot of times when people, like, especially if you talk to a woman, is more like what they would say love would be if they have an issue with something and you cater to it. That means in her eyes you love her. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if you stand on fucking 10 toes down, like, yo, like, that doesn't make logically sense. Nothing aligns with that. I'm not gonna fucking do it. Doesn't matter what the hell you say. I'm standing. This is what I'm gonna do.
Okay, so
I think
that's what I'm saying is, as a man,
yeah, that's what you should
if
do.
you are in a relationship, you set the tone. And I've said this before, you have to be able to tell her no. If you
100%.
can't tell her no, because in most situations, you have to be able to let her know and understand that you're making the best decisions for her, and some of the decisions that she's making are just flat out stupid and wrong, and it's not going to benefit her, right? And as a man, again, It's the term holding frame. You have to sit 100% on your morals, your standards, and you have to be able to set boundaries.
Yeah, because love is not acceptance. Love is also protection. So that's what a lot of people understand. A lot of people don't understand that. They think that, oh well, you don't love me because you're not allowing me to do this. No, I'm protecting you from your fucking self. That's the purpose of a man. That's the purpose of a husband. That's the purpose of a father. I love you. That's why they call this thing. It's called, hard love or whatever the case may be. It's because I'm protecting you. So just because I'm hard on you, that doesn't mean I don't love you. Because I'm
disciplined.
I'm disciplining you. I'm setting boundaries for you because you don't understand. It's
If
harsh
I
out here in this
if
world.
I let you do whatever you want to,
And then next thing
100%.
you're gonna become a spoiled brat, and you're gonna think you're deserving, and you're gonna think you expect certain things. And now, when they get into this world and other people tell you no, then you're gonna have this bitch fit, or you're gonna get offended by certain things that people say. But because I'm protecting you from your fucking self, and I'm showing you the structure and principles and giving you this foundation of what it means to actually be loved. Now you have this understanding, so when you go out in the world, now you know how to operate effectively.
I 110% agree with you. But if you look in a woman's eyes, that is settling because you're doing something that don't have butterflies in it.
okay, but that's the thing.
We
have to stop telling the lies. We have to stop feeding into the societal bullshit of everything is peachy keen and it's all about you. As long as you feel butterflies and everything makes you happy and you're super comfortable, it's a perfect relationship, a perfect marriage, a perfect anything.
Yep.
When it's like that, understand, now it's one-sided. So a lot of the so-called relationships today have to be one-sided, and the person on the one side that's usually winning is the woman, because a lot of men don't set boundaries for them. So when they don't set boundaries, unfortunately, you're now in a relationship that has nothing. Like, it's no foundation there. You'll fall for anything, you'll do anything, and then she gets to go, well, he's never gonna leave me because he can't replace me anyway. But the moment you fuck up, she's gone.
Yeah, she's done.
Or the moment you say no, she's gone.
So she settled. He is in love.
No, he settled. She made the come up.
I think it's opposite. I think she's settling because she runs the relationship.
Thank
she
you.
runs
Okay,
it.
so if she runs the relationship, technically she didn't settle. You're paying all the bills. You're kissing her ass. You've pedestal. You give her queen treatment while you get treated like a pauper, and she settled.
No, I get what he's saying. So in the sense of she's getting the lifestyle out of this man that she truly don't want. Because as the conversation constantly goes, is this.
Well, yeah, she's not getting the leader.
This chick doesn't want this chick. The guy who got her without the money is a guy that she really wants, but she's settling for this guy who's only going to give her the lifestyle, but she don't respect him at all.
That dude who got no money can tell her, "Yo, you ain't doing that."
That's
shit.
what she. That's
and
what
she will listen. She like, "I got you."
The guy who's not 6 foot, the guy who's not the ultimate what most people or society would claim as the man in this world. That's the one that she wanted, but she couldn't have him, so therefore she's gonna settle for the guy that's that's gonna simp for. That's gonna, oh baby, you know what? You're my treasure, and he was your trash. This, that, and the third. But I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna provide. The Yada Awakening type of nigga.
Yeah.
But let's also be let's be real too. Like, at the end of the day, neither one of them motherfuckers is gonna be happy long term.
Long term, no.
And maybe we need to start doing this on a regular basis till it becomes.
Hold on, what you mean?
6 foot don't make you happy.
It don't.
It don't make you happy.
It don't.
Six figures don't make you. This is the funny part and this is something that I don't talk about quite often, but at one point in time, being signed to Sony, making high 6 figures every fucking year.
Yeah.
Go buy whatever I want, do whatever the fuck I want to. And you know what? I let that shit go fast as fuck when it came to I just wanted to be a father. I just wanted to be there for my kids. I wanted to actually be a part of their lives. I didn't want to fucking be on the road. I mean, once I had a daughter, being on the road, being gone, or taking her and introducing her to that lifestyle was not attractive. It was not. And I see what this industry is made up and what it's surrounding and what they do to kids in the industry, or even like, I mean, y'all see, he the craziest man. Y'all would say he the craziest man in the music industry. But there's a reason Kanye is the way he is about his kids. Because he knows what these people do.
I rock with Kanye.
So
Kanye's
I'm not going to allow my
kind of
children
genius.
to be around this constant fuckery, knowing that at some point in time, like, they buy into it. They buy into the lifestyle.
Yeah.
They buy into the status. They buy into the fame. They buy into the fashion. Like, all these different things that happen, right?
Right.
But while I was doing all this, I can say it now, like, home wasn't what home needed to be. It just wasn't. And it doesn't matter how much money you have. Money, man, let's think about this. Niggas in the hood, are they not the happiest motherfuckers in the world?
Oh, they happy as shit.
Like,
And that's the crazy
the fire
thing,
department
man.
come and take the damn the end off the motherfucking fire hydrant. Man, we was fucking kicking it.
But that's the craziest part about it. Once you get out, you think like that your kids deserve something different. And bro, if it made you happy, it's gonna make them happy. Now you're just living like now you're living in that world where, like, that Wonderland world where you wish your life had been at that time. Now you're pushing on your kids.
I think it's balanced though, bro. Like, because when
I just
you
want to
look
be
at it-
comfortable.
Because when you look at it
Well,
from
it's cool.
when you look at it from a situation of somebody who's poor that never had money before, they're gonna look at it like, damn, I want that lifestyle
100%.
because it seems happy. But a person who grew up with money, they're not gonna
not
they're not
looking
gonna
at it.
appreciate it. It's like, fuck,
they're
I already
not.
got this money, so therefore I don't know what it's like to not have it. So when you reverse the situation, now you get an appreciation for it. So that's why I think it's a balance of the situation. So it's kind of like being in the military. I realize that we live in a first world country where we have the ability and the opportunity to be how successful we want to be on our own terms versus you go to a third world country and
Philippines.
it's like
Go to Philippines.
It's totally different. So now you get a bigger acceptance, or you have a more bigger perspective of what life is in America. And when people start talking shit about, oh, America is this, like, nah, G, if you go over here, I guarantee you're gonna look at America way different than what you're looking at it right now.
Yeah.
And so I think that's how people look at it when they're poor. They never had money, they never grew up in front of it, they don't know what it's like to have money. They look at it from a different perspective versus the person who's never been poor before.
Looks at it.
They look at it totally different.
Totally
So I
different.
think when you have that balance, and that's when it comes for, when you got the money and you raise your kids up in the aspect of like, no, I'm not just gonna give it to you because I got it. This ain't your money, this my money.
Yeah, 100%.
So you gonna have to earn this.
That's
and
how
when
you
they
feel.
learn that shit, it's
Way different.
They have a different respect for the money, and they understand it. Like, all right, I get it now. When I got it, I have the money because of the experiences that I can do with this
Oh,
money and the
100%.
things that and the lifestyle I can live.
Yeah.
And if I don't have it, my life can be fucked up.
Yeah. No, that's perfect. I think that's what it is. That's why you get all these light skinned parents, like kids who parents were doctors and shit.
Yep.
Some sent on the soapbox talking about slavery and all that shit. Yeah. Ain't never had a hard day in their goddamn life. But let them tell it. Black, they're oppressed. They're half fucking black, and they're fucking talking about how fucking oppressed they are. How everybody should be oppressed. You ain't never been through a fucking hard day in your goddamn life.
that's
What the
where
fuck you talking about?
I say this, and I say it with a grain of salt.
100%. Like, you always see them.
I say it with a grain of salt, right? I understand that slavery happened, but at some point in time, we have to just leave the slave mentality
Bro, it's done.
alone.
We never
It's been
experienced
done. It's been over it. I can tell you right now, I ain't never been no motherfucking slave.
Thank you.
Okay,
Never.
I
Thank
can
you.
tell you the one place that you don't want to go where you potentially could feel like a slave. They try to break you. They make you work for.
Oh, yeah, I
pennies.
grew up there,
Take your
Mississippi.
ass to prison. Take your ass to prison where you
good.
make $3 a month.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
Okay, and they tell you when to
100%.
wake
I'm
up.
good
They
with
tell
that.
you when to go to sleep. They
Hey,
can
boss,
tell you
I'm
when
cool,
to eat.
boss.
They can tell you when you can go outside and when you don't go outside.
Yep.
Okay, that's the closest to slavery you're gonna get in the modern day.
Yep.
That's 100%.
And guess what? That actually is a choice
It is a choice.
because
a
you
fact.
chose to get in the streets and make dumbass decisions.
And it's crazy. Like you'll see some of these other. I was watching one of the other podcasts the other day, to where they always blame the white man, someone else. It's always someone getting blamed.
Of course.
And I was like, yo, like back in my 20s, I used to love girls like that, who would like blame, like if you fucked up, if you just say if I cheated, fucked up, I can be like, you know what, yo, like shit, I'm just trying to be cool in front of my friends and all this shit. Shut up, bitch. And she'd be like, that's why you trying to be cool in front of your friends? That's why I fucking hate them. They make you do dumb shit, and I'm all like, fuck yeah.
I got your
I
ass.
fucking got your ass. Like I did it because I
Got your
wanted
ass.
to do it, but like guess what? Now your dumb ass got that mentality of like someone made you do it, and literally I wanted to do it. I fucking did it, but I knew the way to fucking get out. And then the next day we were fucking peachy keen. You know what I mean? And then until the next shit happened, I blame it on somebody else, and you fucking go right along with it. Dumb as fuck, right? Like who that mentality is stupid as fuck.
Oh,
And people really think that like people like, God damn, bro, I did because I fucking wanted to. Jesus, like I don't know why. Like no one made me do shit. Like I don't get that. I don't get that whole how people live their lives like that, bro. I just don't get it, man. It's weird. Weird as fuck to me.
All right, so we're gonna jump into what the podcast is called tonight. So today's subject is: are you truly a husband or wife?
Ooh.
Today, so you have terms like she-economy that is out there where they're literally doing everything they can to make sure women do not end up married, and they also stay childless because they spend more money in the economy, hence the term she-economy. Companies such as Lululemon, Nike, Reebok, Asics, Starbucks, Dutch Bros. There's the list go Target,
Target.
Okay, all of these different companies are actually putting money into this because, well, it's a booming system. Women hold the highest of debt between
Consumer
men and
debt.
women, consumer debt, and they have they need their hair, their nails, their lashes, and all the accoutrements that goes with it, accessories. So,
Booty hole
nigga,
bleach.
what you say?
accoutrements.
Come on. He said,
It's French, motherfucker. It's French.
he said,
said,
French. He
accoutrements.
said, get my
Okay.
booty hole bleached.
So, we're gonna start with you, sir, Pretty Ricky.
Pretty Ricky.
Accoutrements.
Accoutrement.
Do you think that men today are being raised to be husbands, and that women today are being raised to be wives?
No one knows.
Why?
Well, there aren't many wives today, and a lot of modern women today are teaching their daughters to not have to depend on men. That's one of the biggest reasons. And also, a lot of women are raising their sons to just only put women on a pedestal, and they're not any fathers.
Let me interject. Are they raising those boys to put women on a pedestal or put her on a pedestal?
Say again.
Are they raising those boys to put women on a pedestal or her on a pedestal?
You mean the mom, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're raising yeah, you're right. They're raising to put the mom on the pedestal, which which bleeds over, then put women on the pedestal.
Yeah. 100%.
All right.
I agree with that.
Let's go
'cause-
sneaky link.
No, yeah. But for one thing, men cannot be raised to be husbands. Like, there's no like direct. Your father doesn't tell you, "Hey, I'm going to raise you to be a good husband." He raised you to be a good man. His whole goal is, yo, I want your ass out this house by the time you get 18, and hopefully you get a college scholarship. Because your dad, especially if you grow up especially how I grew up, that was an option in college. Like if you go to college, it was you have to get a fucking scholarship or you get a trade job. That's what it was. He's like, I ain't paying for your college. Yo, this is what you're gonna do because obviously he didn't have the money. They didn't have the money to do it. So our things was, yo, I'm raised to be a man, and obviously that will fall along to be a husband if that happens. A girl, like when a girl's growing up, their thing is, hey, I don't want you to leave the house until you have a man that's gonna take care of you. Then you can fucking leave. Like typically, it's not like, yo, I want you to get a job, get the fuck out of my house. That's really not the way usually girls are raised. You know what I'm saying? So I think for like what's failing now, obviously, because you have a lot of single mothers raising these boys, and they want them to cater to the women, which it feels so good, but Jesus, you're killing them. You're fucking them up so bad because now they're just going blindly doing certain shit that they shouldn't be doing as a man. Travis Hunter, 100% like on the top of the list. Like he should be able to see that girl is not fucking good for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, I think if you have a father in the house, I think the way they would go about raising their sons is the way it should be.
I will say this though, before you go, John. I will say this though. I don't believe that the father should kick their sons out of the house at 18.
Okay, I agree with that.
I don't agree with that.
I agree
and the
with
reason I don't agree with that is because even though that they're 18, they're considered grown, right? They still have a lot to learn, and this is the time, especially as a father, like, look, this is the time for you to stack up all your money, get everything settled. Don't worry about no debt, because when you find that right woman, when you find that wife, he who finds a wife finds a good thing, right? And which means a lot of women, y'all need to become wives. Just because you think your wife don't make you a wife. And so when they find that wife, then they don't have any debt. Then they can move into that home. They don't have any debt. They got all this money, which a lot of cultures already do. Because you got these princes and everything. They don't never leave the house until they find their wife, and they already got the money in the father and all these different things. Then they transition into the home by themselves with the husband and the wife. So I do think they need to break that curse. Like, no, let the kids stay in the house, let them stack up their money, and stop trying to kick your fucking kids out of the house just because they're 18 already. That's stupid as fuck.
No, I agree.
This nigga cooking this week, ain't he?
No. He ain't cooking it. Hey, he sound like he cooking that player.
Go, Cletus, go, Cletus.
Hey, Rev's coming in, player. What's going on? Rev about to come in.
Stupid, bro.
No, bro, I agree with you, man. You should not kick your kids out at 18. Like that's something you shouldn't do. But if you know, like I thank God every fucking day that I left my house at 18 and I moved to another state, because it was just me. If I'd have stayed in Mississippi, I would have been, man.
It teaches you to be a failure.
I would not be in the place I'm in right now.
It teaches you to be a failure.
But
when
no,
you stay where your parents are at, you know you got someone that you can rely on.
I didn't have parents like how Courtney talks. My parents were like, man. They were just shouldn't have, fuck it, whatever, man. Shouldn't have been parents. Fuck it. Let's go with that.
I feel what you're saying.
So man, like, I had to fucking leave. And thank God I fucking left. But like, if you have parents like Courtney who gives a fuck and you do shit like that, that's a different story, man. But like, every situation is a little bit different. So like, I'm glad, and I did it on my own. I could have, I just had an opportunity to leave, and I did.
Yeah.
But I'm glad I did. So like, I think my dad was glad that I did it. He never told me that. But I think he was glad that I did it because he knew the situation was going on, and he saw it as a man situation, and was like, "Yo, like, hey, you got to do what you got to do." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I still think men have the best. We're not trying to hold our kids back for our own benefit. You know what I'm saying? Just like what was the football player that was his mom jumped in front of the fucking girl that was sitting there?
Oh, Daniels.
Yeah, how fucked up was that? Like, bro, he's a pro athlete and whatever. Like, you don't why are you putting yourself in that situation to be like, yo, and you already know what it is.
It was a
more-
marketing move.
It was. I think it was more like, yo, like he gonna take care of me. Like you gotta understand, I'm his fucking mother. But like if you talk to any of the white people, like a lot, I don't want to bring the race in there, but people who are well off, they don't focus on that money part. They just want their kids to be fucking good.
That's a fact.
Macaroni Tony
You know what I'm
is
saying?
officially
That's a
in the
fact.
chat.
You know
He
what I'm
said,
saying?
"What up,
That's a
They
people?
don't give a fuck about-
Sadate."
You know that's about. You know that's about money. You
That's
know.
a fact.
You know she was like, I want to make sure no one clouds his head that I get that house.
Because when you think about it, Juju Watkins, she got her own fucking money. She already is a meal ticket by herself.
Yeah.
And then you got Daniels on top of that. He's a meal ticket by himself.
You should want that to happen.
While she up there, while she trying to jump in, nah, it's only gonna be about me.
Yeah.
And that's another problem when it comes to the single black mother
Mm-hmm.
and just single mothers overall. Y'all gotta stop.
Stop that shit.
That's why
bro.
you need the
So
fathers.
that's
in the
where I
household.
definitely come in now, and let's go.
Let's go. Talk
It's-
to him.
First and foremost, the first thing that I have to do is make it very clear. The conversation that I'm truly about to speak about is 100% race relations. Because unfortunately, the way black single parents raise their kids is different than Latino
Yep.
single parents. It's different than Caucasian single parents. It's different than Asian single parents, African single parents, Middle Eastern single parents. It's just fucking different. Okay? Our current culture today is doomed.
Facts.
Okay?
100%.
It's doomed. See, I'm seeing multiple things, and one of the things that I see more than anything is, as a young black man, you are automatically being torn down by your own mother because she is consistently pushing on you that she doesn't need a man, a no good ass nigga. I will never count on a man for anything and this and that. Well, you have a young man listening to you speak those words. And as that young man speaks those words, or you speak those words, that young man is hearing it and it is registering in his brain. You are telling him he ain't never going to be shit. He's never going to be a good man. He's never going to be a good husband. He's never going to be a good father. Okay? You are reinforcing all of the stereotypes that you swear he should never listen to. If it's a daughter, you're doing the exact same thing by letting her feel like it is okay for her to never actually be a wife. Never count on a man.
Yep.
Do it by yourself. Go get it all by yourself. You're actually teaching her the struggle. You're giving her the blueprint for struggling. You're giving her the blueprint for trying to tackle the world on her own without a man when it's his job to rightfully protect her from the world.
Yep.
Fucking yourself yet again. As a whole, statistics unfortunately don't lie. Single mothers raise the bullshit of the world.
No matter how you fucking feel about it.
Criminals,
Yeah.
strippers, OnlyFans girls, escorts, and
They don't have a dad in the house.
the kids that are mistreated the most from SA and more because their father is missing
Yep.
or because you keep them from their father.
Yep.
That is a real pandemic within itself. Whereas as a single fathers have no problem putting some sort of replacement in their child's life. They never say, I don't need a woman. They have no problem finding someone that is actually a good and suitable partner. And what I love to see on the internet, because I strike it down every time, is, oh, so you can go take care of somebody else's kids, but you don't take care of
You
your
don't take care
own
of-
kids.
But the ones you don't let me see.
Cool.
Yeah. You know what I'm
When
saying?
was the last time you said he could come see his kids?
Yeah.
Because all you're really doing is you're actually pointing out that he actually is a good father.
Yep.
Because if he's taking care of kids that aren't his own, he sure as fuck will take care of his own fucking kids.
That would make common
There's
sense.
no fucking way in hell that you're going to make anybody else believe anything otherwise. And the fact that people buy into that and believe into that just lets me know that you're not even logically thinking. Either that or you're just so blatantly stupid that life just is a whirlwind fairy tale.
And can we just throw out the statistic though that black fathers
are the most active
amongst all races are the most active fathers than any other race of men?
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
So when we hear this whole rhetoric of these black men and shit, okay, so you must be talking about a small
Nigga,
percentage
what
of
you
black
got on
men.
up under that shirt? You came in with an oven, didn't you? You got an oven. You got an oven up under that shirt.
Oh,
What you mean?
cooking, huh?
Under my shirt?
Oh, you cooking?
Yeah.
Oh,
Your
nah,
ass
bro.
been cooking all
Hey.
night long.
Nah, bro, I'm just saying though, like
Nigga got Jerry Carroll juice from Michael Jackson.
nah, bro, just saying though, because all you hear this rhetoric on TikTok, on Instagram, on YouTube, a lot of these women talking about how these men ain't shit, but statistically speaking, black men are the most active and the most active fathers amongst all races of men. So what is this shit you talking about? You talking about them shitty, you talking about poo-poo them. You talking about Ray Ray them.
But
we-
no.
That's the thing.
Actually,
That's
you're
the
not
thing.
even talking about Ray Ray and Poo Poo.
You
You're
still
talking
take
about
it.
Mark. You're talking about Jason.
Think
You're
about
talking about Chris.
Yeah.
The thing is like it's so crazy how people just honestly just listen to what people say and not actually what they do.
Yeah.
And you'll see a girl like if someone disagrees with her, if one of her girlfriends disagrees with her, guess what? She ain't her friend no more. Then she got some other girl who will agree with her. She'll say, "Yo, that nigga ain't shit. He ain't nothing." And guess what? He wants to be with the kid, but you just don't agree how he does it. Like that's it. That's why he ain't shit, because you don't agree how the fuck he does it.
Bro,
You know what I'm saying? That's crazy as fuck, bro.
There's this chick on TikTok right the fuck now. She's advocating. She literally would tell you on her TikTok, she's advocating for single mothers. She left her baby's father, not because he was doing wrong, not because he was cheating, just because she wasn't fucking happy.
Yeah,
She
100%.
left and she said, it's okay to leave
100%.
because if you're not fucking happy, you decided to lay down with this nigga and have
You
a baby
did it.
by him. That's
100%.
your fucking problem. So no, you gonna stay right the fuck there. That's what you should do.
And you should
And
do
so
it.
if you decide to put this information out here on TikTok, and motherfuckers like myself who decide to cook or judge you on it,
Yeah.
nah, don't
Take
give
that
me
shit.
clap back. You finna eat this shit. 'cause
Take that
I'm
shit.
finna come at your fucking head.
Take that.
Like I'm at your head
Upstairs.
because you're fucking stupid. Because
dumb.
now because you think just because you're mildly attractive, you're a light skinned chick, you got a baby, and you getting these brand deals because you got people who are simping for fucking girls or single women. But guess what? When you get older and when you get of age, and these niggas out here who got money, who are about something, who don't want you, next thing you know, where the good men at? Well, you had one,
you
but you decided to
done
leave
it.
them.
And that's
Hold on.
Fuck?
Hold on. So I do have to advocate or not advocate for these no good ass niggas. Because there are some niggas out here that really don't do shit for
No,
their
we
kids.
agree. No, we agree. But we,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's understood. That's understood. But we talking about the niggas
When,
who
true,
are good
when we
men.
have these conversations, though, that's the first thing to say. But he don't take. Yes,
Oh, they're right.
we know that already.
Yup,
Yeah.
yup.
We know that.
Yep.
So just to go ahead and stop you from going, but Pookie Butt, Juicy Fruit, Day Day, Ray Ray,
Pookie booty.
Tiny,
yeah.
Scoop.
Little Scoop, and Big Scoop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like his daddy. You know what I mean? 100%.
Man.
They,
Oh, man.
we can't do man because my cousin was
Oh,
called man.
man.
Rest in peace, man.
Oh, man,
Rest
man.
in peace, man.
Can't do man. Hold on now.
We gotta leave that one alone.
They call one
We gotta leave
fat.
that one alone.
I will leave that.
Okay.
Yeah.
They don't do what they're supposed to do. And we understand that, and it happens, right? But they're the exception to the rule because, especially in the black community, again, black men are the most active of all men.
I think it's
right?
an exception.
But unfortunately, this is the one situation in life where the exception to the rule overpowers the rule.
Yeah, exception.
And that is bullshit.
And it's the biggest thing. Like if you had a dude and he had possession, he had custody of the kid. I think I said this in another podcast before, but I really think that even if she was a piece of shit, I think that he wouldn't even try to ask for child support. He still want his kid in his mother's life, and will just try to coach her as much as he can, be in his kid's life, whatever. I'm gonna make it as easy as possible for you. I'm not gonna fucking go to the courts and make you like pay this money, whatever. Just be in the kid's life. I got him. We're good. But he needs his mother. But I don't think you see that on the other side. Like motherfuckers don't do shit like that.
Macaroni Tony said, women like to say that men are leaving, but what it really is, most of these children are being created and both parties do not live with each other. Okay, that is true. That's a major truth, but there's also something that's bigger than that. Because if you look at, we'll just start with divorce rates. Divorce rates. Women leave men at a rate of over 70%. Once they're college educated, add 10% on top of that. Okay? So
it's 100% she's gone.
You're now only left with 10%. So what you're saying is 10 to 20% of the time, men actually leave. But 70 to 80% women actually leave. And the funny part about it is, ladies, the ones that are watching, how many times did you leave the man versus the man leaving you? Okay? Now, once you go ahead and you figure that out, what I want you to do that is multiply that times a couple billion, because that's what we live at. Extrapolate that. Okay? Go ahead and take you and then look at your girlfriends. How many of them were left compared to how many of them left?
On a feeling, on just a fucking feeling.
Yep.
Just like, yo, like, he ain't giving me the stars anymore. He ain't giving me this. That's the thing. Well, like, I was watching another podcast today, and they're like saying, like, you know, obviously, like, some women get into situations.
Hold on. This nigga's, he said, they make it seem like the men get a pillowcase and put his clothes in there, put it on a stick, and walk out the house. What is wrong with this nigga?
Like they're all like the fucking Looney Tunes and shit.
Hey, you got the little stick in.
Yeah, like the Looney Tunes and shit.
Yeah, I used to have ones back in the day.
Yes.
But no, shit, man. What the fuck was that? But God, I forgot what the fuck I was talking about. Thanks, man. Thanks a lot.
You said thanks. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you. I totally
right.
forgot where I was.
We haven't watched any of our videos.
I love these conversations.
Me too. And that's the thing. These are conversations that need to be had. These are conversations that people aren't having. But it's not even, this is more than just a conversation. This is actually reality.
Yep.
Real life.
This is the reality of the world that we live in. Okay? A lot of people that are watching this show are navigating through the world of dating right now.
Yep.
You're navigating through dating. And as you try to navigate through this world of dating, what so many of today isn't getting or doesn't understand is you're learning your job on the fly. These men aren't husbands because they didn't see a husband. Men don't learn from being told. We learn from what we see. We learn from watching a man that we have to actually look up to. We have to see a man that we actually respect. We have to see a man that we have a good, godly fear of. Because if we don't have that, we don't give a fuck.
Yep.
We're not going to emulate anything that we don't see fit. And that starts at a very young age. When you ask your kid who their superhero is, and he says Batman or fucking Superman or anything other than his father, there's a disconnect there.
Might be some shit.
I can tell you right now, I'll grab my 10-year-old and say, who's your hero? You are, Dad. I want to be just like you. Why? He gonna point it out. Me and my 17-year-old son just had a great deep conversation 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
You said 17-year-old?
Yeah, 17.
Damn. Old as fuck. I'm talking about him. John, old as a motherfucker. But
When I say as a
Oh.
father,
Yeah.
it makes you more proud than anything to have that conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I don't cry.
Don't cry
And
now, man.
the nigga almost got me. Almost even talking about this because you don't understand when you see and you have a miniature version of yourself, and your son can pinpoint and literally call out things about yourself and say, it's this moment that I realized that I wanted to be like you. It's this moment that I know that, like, no matter what, Dad, like, I'm never going to turn my back on you. It doesn't matter. Like, we're in this. When those conversations are had, perfect. That
Hey,
is
well, at least-
perfect.
At least y'all was able to have this conversation. I was never able to have that conversation with my dad, and I didn't realize it until later after he was gone. So, but like, and that was like I 100% didn't understand that when I was younger. So if you have that when the kid's younger, shit, man, like it's good.
Like real talk, it's important. You know what I'm saying? Because I tell my father all the time how much I appreciate him. Of course, you know, as a teenager, you know, I used to give him pushback just because, you know, just a teenager, bro. But growing up and becoming a man myself and learning the things and having the principles that he instilled in me and all the things that he taught me when I was a youngin', I look back and I'm like, you know what? You were right. You were right, big dog. Like, all the shit that you were telling me, and I appreciate you for making me the man who I am today because I'm not like the rest of these kids. There's a lot of kids out here who are fucked up, and because you showed me love, like true love, not this bullshit of
This
accept
nigga
this and that.
said, laugh out loud, don't cry. Your
Yeah.
eyes are too closed.
Hey, fuck all that. Oh, he talking about them, but he ain't talking about me. But you talking about him. But you know what I'm saying? Just showing, you know what I'm saying, understanding that the people that were in my neighborhood and their fathers was letting them have all the bullshit, you know, giving them everything. And my dad was like, nah, you're not gonna do that. I'm not gonna allow you to do that. And it ain't happening.
And you didn't understand at that time.
I didn't understand at the time, but because I understand now, it's like I appreciate my dad for that. I appreciate him
100%.
being stern. I appreciate him standing on business with it. Because now I understand it now.
Yeah.
And so that's the point of having a fucking father.
And shit, that's
Regardless of-
100%. Like the same thing with being a man with your wife or your girl. Like, you ain't gonna understand this shit because I give a fuck about you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't gonna be butterflies, bro, because I give a fuck about you.
Because love is fucking. It's not just acceptance. It's fucking protection.
And
from
that's-
yourself.
hold
that's
on.
reason
Here's
I
the
say
thing about
that's
the
why
protection
dudes
aspect.
settle. That's why dudes settle because
No.
ain't no motherfucking butterflies.
Here's
Because I fucking care
here's the
about
thing about protection. As a father, especially when it comes to your son, we are so fucking hard on you.
Yeah.
We are 10 times harder on you than we are on our daughters. You know why? Because you have to go through more. Like, if I'm not hard on you, you will fall for anything.
You're gonna be like a great.
You allow anybody to do anything and say anything to you, which means you won't be shit. But that also means when you do find a woman, she has no choice but to respect you. Because the moment you walk through that door, she can be like, "That's that nigga."
And I'm hard on my daughters.
And it's
That's the
crazy.
thing. And I'm hard on my daughters. And I don't have any boys.
Yeah.
I only got daughters.
Yeah.
So therefore, I can't be. Yeah, they're my princesses. But guess what? I'm hard on them. Like, yeah, you my princess, but understand, I'm not just gonna let you get away with shit just because you're my little princess. No,
Boundaries.
you're fucked up.
'Cause
Like,
life
you're
ain't gonna do
wrong.
that.
It's not gonna happen like this. No, I'm gonna teach you what it means to actually be loved. I'm not just gonna accept you just because you're a pretty little girl, or you're just because you're cute and you're daddy. No, absolutely not. You're fucked up. No, you're tripping. You're wrong. I'm gonna hold you accountable for it. And
you're
guess what? The only person that's gonna love you is your father. But also understand that just because I'm hard on you doesn't mean I don't love you. I love you. I will take a bullet for you. But I'm gonna show you discipline and structure.
And I think that's what like people need to understand, like just how you doing and how you feel about it.
Yeah.
And then, but this is I think the problem when people like take on like lessons from people.
Yep.
They feel like they need to do that, but they don't understand why they're doing it.
Yep.
And that's the problem, bro. You gotta understand, like you gotta feel that shit. Like I even remember like even dating, like, hey, you need to be a man. You need to tell your girl, like, hey, you need to stand by what you need to do.
Yeah.
And I'm saying shit that I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying, but I'm saying it.
Yep.
And it don't come off right. It comes up stupid. Like, so you got to be in the right place to where you got to understand it.
That's
So
what
gotta
I say.
understand
You have to walk.
That's a fact.
In your morals, you have to walk within the confines of everything that you believe in.
Yeah.
Like,
100%.
We all been there at high school. Your friends, they talking shit. Oh, I got to finger her. Oh, I got to kiss her. Oh, I lost my virginity. Oh, I did this. Yeah. Right. So there's the competition of, oh, I got to do the exact same thing.
I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna be next.
Moon the people out the window. Do this and do that. Like, it's a bunch of do this and do that doesn't mean nothing. But a lot of times people fall to it just to try to fit in. Yep. Right. But does it actually amount to anything?
Amount to shit.
No, it doesn't amount to shit. So what happens is you now become that not shit person because you decided to listen to what everybody else said or told you to do. But then we have to understand the ones that fall for that the most are the ones that grew up in a household where, I mean, honestly, they just had no rules. They didn't have nobody sitting there to say, this is what you're supposed to do, how you do it, you know, man up and just be on your A1 shit.
Yeah. And that's the biggest one. Like I was, again, watching another podcast to where, like, women were trying to say, like, men feel that we're so hard when we come home and we don't want to share shit and that we just need to be vulnerable and we need to be able to cry. We need to be all this other shit. That is bullshit. I'm going to tell you 100% with me. I don't know if you guys are different. With me, I don't tell my girl shit about certain things that are important because I don't want to talk about it. I already know what the fuck I need to do. I don't need to tell you, yo, I may have fucked up at work today and I might get fired. I don't need the next fucking 18 hours you like talking about other shit that reason I shouldn't get fired or maybe reason I shouldn't get fired.
Where are the ladies in the chat tonight?
I already know like what the fuck I'm talking. Like I don't need it because it's more stress on me. That's the reason I'm not doing it. It's not because I'm not vulnerable. Like I don't need the added stress. I already know what the fuck's happening.
I'm gonna say some shit, bro. Like I hope your girl ain't watching, but it's gonna it's gonna go different. But I think if anything, you need a woman who understands the assignment. She understands what's going on.
Oh, 100%.
And
no, I'm not talking about like her. Like
no, that's cool. No,
okay.
that's cool.
Well, yeah,
but I'm
okay.
talking about just.
Okay, hold on.
General.
So hold on. Macaroni Tony said, "Yeah, I was there. What Courtney is saying is true. My parents did the same." He also said, "Women and kids don't understand proactive protection. They assume it's controlling." Natalia said W, and then she said, "We here."
So, we here.
We here.
We here. Oh no, go ahead, man.
No, I'm saying like not just your situation, just women in general. You know what I'm saying? They need to understand the assignment because there's a lot of shit that men go through, and a lot of times we don't want to talk about the shit. It's like, look, this happened. Listen, I don't need you to lecture me. I already know what the fuck I got to do.
Yep.
All I need you to do is have my back, and whatever I say, look, we need to make sure this is taken care of, this is taken care of, and I got the rest. Don't come over here nagging like, well, what are we gonna do? Look, I done already went through that entire process. I already understand. I know what the fuck to do.
That's 100%.
I don't need you up here crying and doing all that. I just need you to just focus. I need you to understand. Look, I already got it figured out. Just continue to keep doing what you're doing. Just support me when I need you. If I tell you that I need you to do this, I need you to jump on it. I don't need you to question me. I just need you to do it.
You know what's
Can we make that? Can we make that something that women need to understand?
That's a fact.
When a man says do something, stop saying why.
Mm-hmm.
Stop asking why. Every time a man says something, how about just do it?
Yes.
Do the Nike slogan, okay?
Just do it.
Just do it.
Because here's the crazy part. When your ass is at work, you don't say why. You do it.
Exactly.
When your parents tell you to do something, you don't say why. You do it. And the crazy part about it is when you out with your girlfriends, they tell you to do some shit, you don't say why, you just fucking do it. But when it comes to your man, it's why.
No, I get it. Because they want you to care like they care.
Yeah.
Like I get the reason they do it. Like 100%,
Natalia said, "I
get it.
want the reason why."
Yeah,
Of
100%.
course you do,
I
Natalia.
get the reason they do it because they want you to fucking do the same shit they do. They want you to care for them. They want you to keep asking questions. They want you to do this shit.
But
As a
here's the
man,
thing.
we don't want that shit.
If
We
you
don't
just
want it.
did
That's a
it,
fact.
you're
You know what I'm
gonna
saying?
you're gonna get the reason why. Just do what we're asking you to do.
But what I'm saying
and the
is
moment you
they-
do it, you get your reason.
For some reason, don't get it. Like for me, I know what my girl wants. Like I know because she wants the opposite of what I want. Like when I'm sick, I don't want no one to fuck around me. When I'm sick, like yo, I want to snuggle in a
leave me
blanket.
alone.
I want to watch fucking Fresh Prince. Something I don't got to think about.
This nigga said
and I literally
Fresh
want to sit
Prince.
there in
I
a
fuck with
fucking
it.
blanket and
I
not
fuck
say
with it.
nothing come out. I don't want shit to come
fuck
out my
with it.
mouth. For her, she's like, I want you to fucking cuddle me. I want you to do all this shit. And she thinks I should want the same shit. And that's literally not what the fuck I want. And she might even think like, yo, like maybe you need to release. Maybe you need to do. Maybe you need to like be vulnerable.
You need to
Maybe-
release.
maybe, hey, this might make you better. This might make you a better person. You're like, no, I just fucking don't want
Here's
it.
the
yo.
thing. Here's the crazy part. I'm sick, and the protector in me doesn't want you to get sick. So leave me
That
the
don't make
fuck
sense.
alone.
That don't make sense though.
Like
that don't
I'm
make sense.
sick.
I'm taking you.
You-
You take a bullet from me, but you don't want me. You don't
this
get me
is
sick?
not good for you.
Yeah.
Your immune system's gonna get fucked up. You're gonna be. And
If
here's the
that
thing.
logic would fucking work,
I'm
bro.
not crying. I'm over here chilling.
That logic never works, bro.
I want to just get past this.
Close.
I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna get out this real quick,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden,
You
look
good.
who's sick. Oh, you got me sick. No, nigga, I didn't get you sick.
But look, though.
You got
That
you
does
sick.
happen though. That
Yeah,
does
but
happen,
look,
yo.
though,
She's
here's
six next time.
here's the
yo.
bigger question though. So when we do tell you to do something, how often do we tell you to do something?
Not
a lot.
often.
Not a
Exactly.
lot.
So
Not a
therefore,
lot.
if you don't hear it from me often, then I say, hey, I need you to do this.
Why
Why the fuck are you
do-
questioning
Why
me?
you gotta dissect that shit?
Because if you don't hear from me often, it's like, okay, this nigga always asking for something.
Yeah.
But the moment I do ask you, like, hey, I need you to do this, there shouldn't be no reason
There
why. It should be like,
shouldn't.
okay, what do you need me to do?
Yeah.
All right, bet. I need you to do X, Y, Z. Okay, bet. Say
Cool.
less.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay,
There should be no
Macaroni
question.
Tony
It doesn't happen
said,
that way.
talk to my mom about something like this. Sometimes
Lord.
it's not they doubt you, they just worry. They're kind of like children in a way. Nigga, no. They're not like, I've been saying this for years and I'm never going to change it. I'm going to ask, what's the difference between a grown woman and a child?
Nah, shit. Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
There's no difference because this is the thing.
Well, hold up. If you talking about a woman like a Felicia Rashad, is a difference.
Oh, okay.
No.
She's a woman.
That's a woman.
That's a woman.
That's a woman.
That's what you should like.
Okay.
A Felicia Rashad.
Isn't that a rarity?
Or like
You right. You right.
Yeah.
You right. You
It's
right.
not-
You right.
you don't get too many like
Felicia Rashad, man, listen.
Jesus, yeah. But just a
Hang
woman.
on
That's
for
grandma
you.
right there.
Felicia
woman who's-
Rashad could have got it back in the day. Even when they were, even
You
when
would
it
just
was,
respect her.
even when it wasn't even my business to be thinking like that, you just see her
Exactly,
and
exactly.
you just be like,
Or
I
you
got,
like
I got a Woody. Why?
like-
why do I have a Woody?
I wouldn't say that, but like a Maya Angelou. Like you
You call
would never
her-
get any women like that.
That shit, nah, fuck Maya Angelou. I'm talking about Felicia Rashad. She was the one.
She was, but
'Cause
Maya Angelou
you
was
call
like,
her, you call her Mrs. through the TV show. You didn't even know her personally. You call her Mrs. Felicia Rashad.
She just walked different.
She different. That's a woman. That's a woman. That's a woman.
You know
Maya
Maya-
Angelou, Maya Angelou, yeah, you know.
bro, she was.
My Angelo just know how to write good.
She just know how to.
No.
She know how to
She
write.
said,
poems.
hey,
She got away with words.
she got to work with words, but I guarantee, like,
Or what's her name?
No. So we gonna go
Cicely
off.
Tyson.
We gonna go
That's
off.
that's another one.
That's another one.
That's
We
a
gonna go
woman.
off of the new word that these youngsters is using right now. It was her aura.
fucking all right. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. No. Yeah. Felicia Rashad, like, her aura was definitely. Oh, like a Vanessa Williams or like a
No, not a
Anita
Vanessa
Baker.
Williams. Anita
Fuck
Baker,
that.
I
Anita
give it.
Baker.
Baker?
100%.
Not Vanessa
Yes.
Williams.
Anita
Bro.
Baker, 1,000%.
Anita Baker
shit.
was that shit.
Yeah,
Anita
she
Baker.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would have
Or
like,
Gladys Knight. You know what I'm saying?
Tina Turner.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
No. T-shirts
Absolutely
is
not.
Mad Max, bro. Like,
Absolutely not.
nah. We're gonna go past that one.
Absolutely not.
This nigga said
I had to see.
Nope.
Tina Turner, 80-something years old. She still got the best legs in the world.
But no,
I don't know what the hell she been using. Look, nigga, look, this the one woman. Look, this the only woman in the whole world. Nigga, she did everything on her age but her fucking legs. She found the fountain of youth just for her legs.
those are real women back in the day that you would just do whatever the fuck, like, you know, like they just had like what you would think would be
Okay, so let's
grace.
thank you. But I want you to actually think about something. Okay? These exact same women that we are speaking of right now,
Right.
I want you to look at something. They've never in their entire careers been in bullshit like what we see today. There's no Jada Pinkett moments.
That's facts.
There's no, what was the girl with Johnny Depp?
Oh,
Amber Heard.
No Amber Heard moments, situations, things like that. These are women that when you first saw them, they were in shape. And today, old as fuck, they are still in shape. They
they're just
hold
fucking women.
themselves to a different standard.
I forgot old lady. I forgot her name. I don't know if you guys have seen Abbott Elementary.
What's it called?
Abbott Elementary.
I've seen a couple.
Or the show Moesha.
I seen Moesha.
The mom.
Yes.
She's in Abbott Elementary. Her. She is also another one. You don't hear much about her. Or Denzel Washington's wife.
No,
You don't even hear about
You don't
her.
hear
You don't-
anything about.
She ain't trying to be
And
in that
but
fucking
here's the
light,
thing.
bro.
She was considered the star before he was.
He said it.
She was that.
He said it.
And still, she remained the wife. She understood the fucking assignment.
Yep.
Just because you make money, just because you got this little fame, that you still understand the assignment. Like, I am the wife. He is my fucking husband. I support him at the end of the day because of guess what? When he's successful,
reap from that
I
benefits.
am the fucking beneficiary
reap-
of his success.
reap
What
them.
the fuck don't y'all understand about that?
That's the hard. That's what I don't get, bro.
I don't understand it, bro.
I
Like,
don't
if
get
you
it,
do
man.
what you're supposed to do as a wife, most men who understand this, and most men who are, who understand this shit, like, look, this chick held me down versus all the other bitches who've been on some bullshit. She held me fucking down when I was on my lowest shit.
But here's the
Guess what?
you're right. This is the different. These are our grandmothers, basically, because we talking about our grandmothers.
Mm-hmm.
This is their generation, right?
And they weren't getting beat on either.
Which is why it pisses me off so much when they act like our grandparents. These women were beaten and were fucking slaves to
life.
the worst type of man in the world. Yet my grandfather is the shit. Right. Okay.
And I don't know if y'all.
Here,
sideways.
I'm gonna throw a
Grandfather
question.
was always way littler than fucking grandma. Grandma could have fucked him up. I was saying, like,
So
I'm saying grandma has some meat on her. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it
let's
was.
really throw this out there, right? Are you a wife because you get a ring, or is it a wife because that's the way you walk in life?
That's a good one, bro.
So,
I think most people think that's because of that ring, and it's the craziest shit, bro. That's not really an accomplishment because you got a ring. Like you ain't fucking hiked up Mount fucking Machu Picchu. Like that would be an accomplishment.
Yeah.
But like just because some motherfucker said, "Yo, you got someone to say, oh yeah, let me marry you because you pretty," like that don't mean shit. Like that don't mean shit. But like if you are supporting,
now the women want to start talking.
I mean, this thing I look at it like I still think most men are just, if they're in the right place, they're just logically better for two people.
All
know
right,
what I'm saying?
Roxy said, "Wife because of the type of woman you are."
What? No.
Huh?
'Cause
So
the type-
I said, "Are you a wife because you get a ring, or is a wife because that's the way you walk in life?" She said, "A wife because of the type of woman you are."
A wife, a man determines if you're a wife or not. not you.
True,
Definitely
too.
determined.
All right, so are you a wife because of a ring? Or are you a wife because of the way that she holds herself?
Because of the way she holds herself, way that she carries herself. Not because of the ring. That's just the title.
And how do you get that ring? You got to do some shit to get that ring.
Yeah, you
Like-
have to. Yeah, you have to move. You have to
Certain kind of
move
way.
like a wife in order
Yeah.
to be a wife. Just because you got the ring don't make you a fucking wife.
Thank you. Like that's the biggest thing. As I've gotten a lot older,
Old ass.
I was just about to say it. Took it out of my mouth.
I already know. That's why I said it again. A lot older. As I become father time and wisdom
Yeah, okay.
continues to kick in, what I'm realizing is yes, in order to truly be a wife, it is about who you are, and it's literally everything that you show me. And until I see what I need to see of you, from you, I just can't give you that title. I don't care about y'all care about the rings and the ceremonies and the
Nope.
parties
That's a crazy shit.
and the fact that what everybody else gets to see.
Yep.
Yeah.
I care about what I get to live because this is what's in my home, under my
100%.
roof. This is my life. So I can't just give you a title because you want it.
Yep.
You want it for the wrong reasons. I want it for the reasons that actually benefit the household.
Yep.
Because if you get what you want just because you want it, 9 times out of 10, my life is going to be miserable.
100%.
And I am not the nigga that will ever suffer in silence. That'll never happen. More men need to understand that. And when we hold that standard, guess what happens to the ladies that we tend to deal with?
They fall in line.
They either fall in line or remove themselves.
Yep.
If they fall in line, the beauty of it is you're probably going to get the man that you actually need, not the man that you want.
Yep.
And that's the thing though. That's the ones you need. No one's gonna be good. It's not not the fucking butterflies. And that's why I went back to the whole thing of
Hold on.
men
Now
settle.
this nigga cooking. He gonna bring it back to the butterfly.
Okay.
He cooking. And he finna cook.
That's why I brought it back to the
Finna cook
settle
up.
part.
Look, this nigga.
That's-
look,
hey,
he a
that's
slow
it.
cook. He a crock pot.
Come on. Come on, how fast I was. That's what I said. Like that's why I went back to the settle part. But to me, it's not settling. To me, it's more just you're clear. You're clear in your decisions. You're fucking just clear. Like just being like, oh my God, I love this girl so much. And then like just literally feeling that shit. I sent both of you that one, I'm not gonna call his ass out, but a message, a dude who I know, one of my friends,
Yeah.
that he writes shit like that all the time. And I'm all like,
But it's subliminals.
I'm
Like, just be
bro.
honest.
No, but I'm like, bro, like, what the fuck, man? Like you, Jesus, like, you're not in clear mind.
Yeah.
Like, you think that, you should feel butterflies for a girl. That means you're gonna make bad decisions.
He wants to feel emotional.
Yeah, exactly.
He wants to be
exactly.
emotional. And-
Exactly.
And it's hard to explain to women that you're not getting an. You don't even want an emotional.
you do not.
If
You do
I'm fucking
not.
emotional, I'm just gonna be honest.
Yeah.
If a man is emotional, look forward to getting your ass beat. He's gonna
Exactly.
beat your ass. He's gonna yell all the
Yeah.
time. It's not the relationship you're expecting.
And then when-
because men and emotion don't go together. Because when a man becomes emotional, the only emotion that we understand and truly know and feel is anger.
Yep.
Yep.
And then when you get a dude who's like trying to cry because he's trying to keep your ass, you better watch the fuck out.
Now that's
You know what I'm saying? He's
That's-
trying to cry.
Now that's that.
You know-
That's real version of narcissistic
Yeah.
and psychotic.
Yep.
I ain't even fucking lie. I try to do that shit. Like
Yeah.
100%.
Nigga.
A girl
I'm not gonna
trying
say
to leave
you're a
me,
narcissist, but you
girl
might
trying
be a
to-
little
I know I'm
psychotic.
not narcissistic, but like a girl
Might be
trying
a
to
little
leave
psychotic.
me. A girl trying to leave me, and I was like, man, I got. I know if I can put these tears on, bro.
This
like,
nigga's a sociopath.
No, I was just a simp, bro. I was just a fucking simp, man. Like just a simp because I'm like, yo, I want to be like.
I just want to cry.
I just want to be like,
Baby, don't leave me.
because in your mind you're like, yo, well, she keeps saying this shit, so yeah, like I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna cry, and then she's like, oh my god, he loves me. That's what you're thinking, like Disneyland shit.
But
That shit
you
don't fucking
you
work.
can't.
You be crying. She's like, you little
That's
bitch.
thank you.
Like, I
The
thought she was like, you little bitch.
The
My
moment
God.
you give her
Yeah,
exactly
yeah.
what she wants,
Oh, she gonna call you a little bitch.
she
My
goes
nigga
from
pulled,
looking at you
Yeah.
with wonderful, loving eyes to
little bitch.
this bitch.
This
ass.
motherfucker
this
start
nigga pulled up.
crying.
I just want you to know I
Hey,
still love
I still
you.
love you.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'm all like, yo, I'm like, hey, everything's going good. If I just show her some emotion, that's what she's been saying the whole time. All right, she gonna stay. Hey, thank God I couldn't get that fucking tear out, man.
Nigga was
Thank
struggling
God I
to
couldn't
get
get
that
that
hoe
tear
out.
out,
That's
bro.
crazy.
Jesus, I'm just saying, man. Hey, I do bring the simp element of it. I was there. I hear a lot of y'all talk. I hear
We
a
gotta
lot
get
of
your
people
boy.
talking, and I'm like, man, I was just never that dude when
We
I
gotta
was
get
younger.
your boy to call in, bro. You gotta get your
I
boy
gotta
to call
get
in,
it.
bro.
I think he's still there though. But I think he's still like
gotta
he's
get him
still
to call
simping,
in.
bro. He's still simping.
What's up, reason?
He's still simping.
I will get this nigga a reason to stop simping.
Oh, he ain't gonna listen.
Yeah, we gotta get your boy
Oh,
to
he ain't
call
gonna
in.
listen, bro. He ain't gonna listen to that shit. We'll get him in here though. but he ain't gonna listen.
Macaroni Tony, this nigga's live tonight. He said, I said I wanted a Claire Huxtable. I found mine, but she a little country like me. So it was like a bonus.
There you go.
Congratulations.
Oh, country.
Oh,
ass.
country ass.
Oh, country.
That's
ass.
good, man.
Yeah.
Hey, I think when
yeah.
people find that one that works, bro, you won the lottery, man. It ain't that's not
What if you
normal.
I'm gonna keep it a bug with you, bro. It ain't that hard to find, bro.
No, it's not that hard. It just depends on like how you look
Why
at
I
life.
gotta be just one?
Oh, here we
Look
go.
at this
with
nigga
shit.
go, man.
Here we go. with
This nigga
shit.
go.
Alright,
I'm gonna be fair. I'm gonna be objective about the situation. Yeah, you're right. Why? How come it is only one?
No, here's my
I'm
thing.
gonna be objective about it.
I'll say this. Women outnumber men
That's a fact.
by a lot.
That's a fact.
They do.
That's a
So
fact.
if you have it within your means, if you have it within your heart, if you have it within your spirit,
Say within your heart.
that you have enough respect and love to give
Fair enough.
to make a woman feel the exact same way that she would if it was just you two,
Yeah.
why not? Because this is the thing, again, good men are hard to find,
Yep.
let alone a man that can circumvent himself in a way to where women can be at peace with him, but also be at peace with themselves and still not lose out on anything. I don't see an issue with that.
Nah, I don't. No, objectively speaking, I don't see anything wrong with that. I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's just because we are nuances, and if it works for you, it works. I'm not gonna be the person that's gonna sit and say, nah, nigga, you need to do it like this. Hey, if it works for you, it works for you. You know what I'm saying? Do I agree?
It worked for thousands of years.
It worked for thousands of years. You know what I'm saying? So hey, it is what it is.
I
but
mean, it's
I'm saying-
technically it is still working. It actually is working way more than monogamy.
Yeah, but I would say if it's the majority, no, it won't work for the majority.
For Macaroni Tony again, the best women are in the South because they tend to have more traditional values. Them girls
That's a
up north be
fact.
borderline bull daggers.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact, Clint. That's a fact, big dog.
So it's I'm not gonna say it is factual to a point.
It is.
Southern traditions are still present. Once you get to a city, once you get to larger populations,
Getting buck wild.
traditions tend to always be removed because you have a lot of different cultures to play with.
I gotta
You
disagree.
also have a lot of different outside interference.
I gotta disagree with that, bro.
Go ahead.
Because when you come from Southern tradition, most people from either East Coast, West Coast, North, they understand and they respect the culture of the South, and they love the culture that the Southern people bring. And so somebody like myself, I can use myself as an example. When I come to the West Coast, or when I was in the East Coast, when I was in, when I traveled to the North, they knew where I was from because we already have that rep. We already had that rep of like y'all
we nice.
respectful. Y'all say, hey, y'all say yes
No,
sir.
it's
yes,
because
ma'am,
of just
no,
that
ma'am.
you just said y'all.
No, not y'all, but they understand.
I
Like
say
they're respectful. They understand. They understand that that's our tradition down there. That's the rep that we have already down there. So when I, as a black man coming from the South, versus a guy that was raised in the West Coast or raised in Arizona, it's like, nah, y'all are two different people. Y'all different.
All right, hold on real quick.
It's
Marcy jumped in the chat. She said, "My friends and myself talk about getting a house and being Golden Girls." Okay. Yeah, I'm glad that they said that. You know the crazy part about shows like the Golden Girls? Didn't they have one male neighbor? Was it Mr. Roper?
They sure did.
Didn't Mr. Roper make all three of them women happy?
Mm-hmm.
Now, given it's not in the context, he wasn't beating the buns in.
that we knew of.
Right?
That we know of.
That we know of.
I'm sure Blanche was coming over. She was going over there.
That we know of.
The reason I say that to say this. When women are in their feminine, they have no problem easily coming together, bonding, right? And if you put the right masculine energy in the Golden Girls' home, Mr. Roper, well.
All right, so let me ask y'all what y'all think about this. Again, I was watching another podcast to where they were talking about. I think they were talking about the husband and wife kind of thing like that.
Right.
And it's more like when people get divorced and stuff like that. Like people change and all that shit like this.
Right.
And I wanted to ask women, like, would you ever? People do change. Shit does happen. And maybe whatever.
Right.
Would you ever say fuck your kids? Say, you know what? Like I've changed. I'm not gonna talk to my kid anymore. This
That's
is for
a whole
women. This is for
different
women.
subject.
But no. But I feel that that's how men take their relationship with their wives. Like I don't give a. I liked you at some point. I decided to lay down. Like I decided to have kids with you. I decided to marry you.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't shit you can do unless you do some obviously fucked up shit. We're gonna work this shit out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I just don't think women think that way. I think they just they look at us like just something else. Like, hey, I just changed. It's my different season. Whatever. I'm gonna go do some other shit. So I think men look at it like, yo, like, hey, we're here forever.
You made a great point.
That's a great point.
What you just said is what they say, suffer in silence. But as men, we are avid problem solvers, and we don't give up.
100%.
So when it comes to a
point.
relationship where they say we're suffering in silence, honestly, we're not suffering in silence. 90% of the time, we're actually in silence because we're looking at ways to make the relationship better because we refuse to actually give up.
Yep.
Whereas, unfortunately, our counterparts prioritize themselves and tend to give up a lot faster. But they also don't live the same and walk the same life that we walk, where I am supposed to be a provider and have been. That is so instilled. It's in our heads like a fucking microchip.
Yeah.
So as a provider and the keeper of the house, the safety, security, all the way around, all those different titles that we hold, if I give up, not only do I let myself down, but everyone else is looking at me as the failure.
Yeah.
Whereas if she leaves, and we know this, if she leaves,
Celebrate.
she gave up, they're going to celebrate her, but they're never turning their back on me because I didn't just throw in the towel.
Yeah. No, she's always going to be the victim. That's what it is. I'm going to ask another one other question.
Macaroni Tony is tripping. This nigga said, I wish I could call and laugh out loud. The Molly just kicked in with Marcus.
Shit, put the link in. Let them call
with
in.
Marcus.
Put the
No,
link
Molly
in. Let them
just-
call
we got
in.
Molly coming?
Let them call in.
So another one is like, again, you hear like women say that they want their man to like be more emotional. I'm gonna ask, because we all, I guess we grew up around our fathers.
Right.
Like, I couldn't imagine if I saw my dad cry. Like, if something happened, just say I had a bad day at work and I just heard this whole conversation and I saw a nigga start crying. Yeah. I'd be like, life is over. It's done.
That's a fact.
It's done.
I
Like,
only saw my father cry one time, and that's when his mom died.
Same shit. I saw my dad twice.
That was,
and that was when people died. Like,
his mom,
it was like
his mom and his dad died.
when my mom,
only time I saw my
his
dad
mom and my cousin died, and it was like, I'm gonna tell you, it was a cry that, like, when I cried, that's me. It was just a tear coming out.
Yeah,
like,
that's all I
that's
saw.
a fucking man right
Eyes-
there.
eyes
He
red
held
as
that
fuck.
shit down, man. He didn't
Eyes
start.
red as
He
fuck.
did not start fucking like
He
letting
saw-
it go, bro.
And this is the thing. He didn't cry in front of me. I caught him crying.
I saw.
And
No,
that's
I
so
saw
I'm
it.
like, oh shit, my dad crying. But as a youngin, you like, oh shit. Well, I mean, kind of read the room like, okay, well, his parents died, so
But
it's kind of understandable.
But if the
So
shit went down and he cried, I would think life was over.
yeah, other than that, I've never seen my dad cry.
no.
Not one fucking time.
I'm telling you though, if I saw him cry when something was bad, I would have thought, bro, I don't know what we're gonna do. Like,
But
That's
that's
a fact.
man.
That's a fact.
We're done.
That's a fact.
We're done.
that is
but hold
that
on.
is the number one thing of strength,
Yeah.
right? Strength means that as a man, you're supposed to show that you are unbreakable.
And that's a beautiful
Your
thing,
woman
bro.
is
I
not
think it's
actually
good.
so, like, oh, I wish he would cry for me. Why?
Yeah, why? Why the fuck you
Because the
cry?
moment that I cry for you, that shows weakness. And guess what? You look at me for being the strength.
I don't even think it's
So
weakness.
if I show that I'm weak, if I'm emotional, if things actually get to me, when the things become hardest, well, we already know you're gonna overthink the process as is.
Okay, just what you said though, but like, have you ever cried when you felt? Let me say. Let me just throw myself in. I can't remember the last time I've cried just being defeated.
Okay, so let me put it to you this way.
No. Let me finish. I don't remember the last time. I've only cried when, like, and it could be whatever. It could be last week. It's only when I felt either happy about something or I felt like it's just a memory. So it wasn't anything like that. I felt like I don't know how to handle this. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the thing. Like, if I did, I don't need. That's the reason I don't want a girl to see me, because she don't think that I need some sort of comfort, and I don't. Like, I'm just kind of happy, or like I'm just crying because, like, maybe I had a memory of my father or my mother.
That's
And,
fair.
and,
That's
you
what
know,
I'm saying
and I just
is-
cried. Like, all right.
That's fair.
And it's like, yo, like, I don't need comfort for that. It was just, it was what it was. You know?
My mom,
that's
it'll
fair.
be
That's
it'll
fair.
be 7 years that my mom passed away next month.
Yeah.
Okay.
My parents, both of my
May she rest
parents.
in peace.
May
they rest in peace.
I want to say it was like two years ago, maybe 3 years ago. I'm on the toilet taking a shit. I'm on TikTok. There is a video that comes on, and it's talking about missing their mom. It was the music.
Collab.
It was the words. It was everything. Now here's the thing: when my mom passed, I didn't cry.
Okay.
Funeral got to me. I didn't even understand or know what depression was until like 3 years after she passed away, and the fact that it had actually, it had taken a toll on me. I mean, that's where the fluffiness come from.
Yeah.
That is the only time that I can remember in my life as an adult that I have cried.
And there's nothing wrong with it.
It's not that there's nothing wrong, but,
Hell no.
but
Man, there's nothing wrong with
I
it.
was on the shitter by myself.
By himself. Wasn't in public. Wasn't making no
Nobody
fuss,
knows.
nothing
Yeah.
about
I
it,
mean,
yeah.
they know now.
But like, you felt the best. Like, I've gotten it out and felt the best I've ever felt.
But I think the bigger point is, like, when a lot of men say don't cry, it's like, don't do it in front of everybody where everybody can see you when you're vulnerable.
Yeah.
Do that shit in the shower. Do it in the shitter. Do it when nobody sees you. Like, hey man, let them tears out. Let that shit go. and then once you pop back out, it's like nothing never fucking happened.
But the thing is,
And-
do you want comfort, or you just like, I just
No,
wanna
you
be,
don't.
exactly.
You don't
That's what I'm
want
saying.
it.
That's what I'm saying.
I wanna be by my- I wanna
other
be by my
people
fucking self.
think, because that's how they want it.
Yeah, I don't
they
want that
think
shit.
that you want the comfort, and he's like, I really just don't.
I
It's
like-
not someone telling me
yeah.
I need to be hard.
'Cause I like
Ain't none of
talking
that
to my
shit.
fucking self. Like sometimes I like talking to myself when I got business plans and I got different things going on. I like talking to my fucking self. I like, hey, see,
My neighbors
like,
might
see,
think I'm crazy,
right,
bro.
like, hey, see, what the fuck? See, what the fuck we gonna do? How we gonna handle this shit? Well, shit, bro, I don't know, bro. For real,
I
for
play
real.
shit out of my mind all the time, bro.
Yeah.
And I'll be talking. I'm
crazy.
like, if my windows are open, I'm pretty sure my neighbor's like, this nigga talking to herself.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
fuck
Like-
with- and I would tell you, yep, I'm talking to my fucking self.
And the thing is, like, I mean, like, no, for real though, shit. Like, it is not. We don't like. Not all of us. I'm just saying. I can only talk about myself. I don't want the comfort. I'm literally telling you. and I think the ones who do want the comfort, who really want that shit, you can see it. They're weak. They're like, yo, like I want my girl to see me being vulnerable.
Hold me.
I want her to do this.
Touch
because,
me.
Because yeah, exactly. Because they're missed. They haven't hit that manhood yet. They haven't hit that manhood to be like, yo, like
They haven't hit their stride.
yeah, you haven't looked at life like the way you should look at life.
Yeah.
And to be like, yo, like I said, like you may have hit it at 19. I'm gonna tell you the 110% truth. I didn't hit that shit till I was in my 40s, like 41.
Yeah.
I think like fucking 4 years ago
Yeah.
is
Old
when I hit
fucker.
that shit. When I hit that man, like that man shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
Yeah.
I say it hits everyone a different kind of time.
Facts.
And for me, bro, it was when I was 41.
It's facts.
And it was like, yo, like, I just looked at life totally different, man.
Yep.
And you never know when it's gonna happen. And I think people should literally
The fuck?
start listening to what the fuck? If you like to start listening, like, you know, like what makes sense, to be logical, man. Don't go on your fucking emotions. If some bitch don't want to kiss you and she tells you she loves you, use your fucking mind, bro. Like, hey, if you're out and you're hanging out and you try to kiss her and she's like, ugh, and she's like, no, I love you. Like, use your fucking mind, bro. She
I'm
don't
like,
love
oh,
you.
say less. I'm like, oh, you love me? I bet.
Yeah,
Say
okay,
less.
cool. I'm out. Like,
little.
don't fucking do that shit.
Oh no, I see. That's the thing. I ain't gonna leave. I'm gonna go talk to another bitch right in front of him. Like, I bet you love me. Watch this.
Like, no.
All right.
It's a little different.
Like, I'll go talk to another chick right in front of. Like, all right, bet you love me. Say less. Watch this.
Cool. I love you too, bye.
Don't worry about it.
Hey, I
got
love
you.
you too.
So,
I got
ladies
you.
and gentlemen, tonight is the first night that we've been able to go live right here on Cut the Noise Podcast on YouTube.
Yes.
Okay? Make sure you go to Cut the Noise Podcast, youtube.com/Cut the Noise Podcast. Make sure you subscribe and like the video.
Facts.
Usually our shows do go a little bit longer, but I'm not gonna lie. Tonight, the topic, the conversation has been on point.
Facts.
You have the intro, the body, and we're about to give closing thoughts. So, we started with you, so we go end it.
Ooh, Jesus.
Closing thoughts are
one I forgot.
do our men, husbands, and our women, are they wives? Your closing thoughts on that subject.
I think men, well, we're not raised to be husbands, but we are husbands. I think women, you guys need to get like better advocates for yourself. You need to get like someone who doesn't agree with you. Like, I'm not saying like if you know it's wrong because you asked twice. Like, I've seen it happen where girls will ask, "Hey, did I do wrong? What do you think about this?" And someone would say, "I don't think that was cool." Probably someone who's married and have a great relationship, and then you would say, oh, "Fuck you. Let me go to this ratchet chick who's like, yeah, hey, no, you're right, girl, cool." Use your fucking best judgment to say, "Hey, is this what I really want to do? And if I really want to do this, this is going to be successful." And I'll say again, I think men, this might be biased to a lot of women, but I really think if you got a man that's in there, they're masculine and the way they should be, they're going to lead you to the fucking promised land. And that's all I got to say.
Oh, he cooking.
DeMarco.
So, there's a reason why in the good book it says, "He who findeth a wife finds a good thing," and there's a reason why it doesn't say, "She who findeth a husband finds a good thing,"
100%.
because men, we are we are able to adapt. We understand these things. We understand what it means to protect. We understand what it means to provide. We already have these things already instilled in us, and that's our foundation. When we know there's something precious, we protect it. That's already instilled in us. That's why they say, "He who findeth a wife findeth a good thing." Women are meant to be a helpmate, and so if women start to understand, when men are talking and we're telling you what it is that we want from women, and we're telling you what you need to stop doing as women to stop making yourself look bad, it's not because we hate you. It's not because we are misogynistic. It's because we're protecting you from your fucking self. And if you want to be in these relationships, if you want to be married, if you want to have this happy life, this happy wife situation, listen to what men are fucking telling you. So that way you can have a happy life. Because it's not about happy wife, happy life. It's about happy spouse, happy house.
Yeah.
And if your man is happy, guess what?
Your
He's gonna
ass
do everything he
fucking
fucking can to make sure that you're happy and the household is fucking good. And he gonna put himself on the fucking line to make sure everything is taken care of, to make sure that you are straight. But y'all don't understand that because y'all want to be independent. Y'all wanna, I don't need a man. I can do this by myself. And you're fucking yourself over and you're shooting yourself in the fucking foot, and that's why these men don't fucking want you. So if you want to be a wife, pay attention to what the men are telling you. And stop trying to be fucking hard-headed. Stop being little fucking girls and actually become women and fucking listen. Stop talking and stop trying to be combative. Just listen to what they're telling you and take heed to what they're telling you. And then move accordingly. Simple as that.
That's a good one. You got it. Yeah. Sir.
A lot of little boys are not being raised to be proper husbands.
Facts.
They are actually being raised to be husbands because they're telling them that you got to be the safety, you got to be security, you got to be a provider. The bad part is they're telling you to be there for the wrong one, which is why so many NBA, NFL players, and everybody else buys their mom a house instead of buying their wife a house.
Yeah.
If you are going to be a husband, understand first and foremost that you are the foundation of the home, but you're also the roof. If you're going to be a wife, you have to understand that you are the walls and the furniture. That means he is the house, but you're the reason that the house is a home.
Yep.
You are the reason
Major.
that the family members come over and have an amazing time. The kids are raised to be the most beautiful thing in the world. And the reason he wants to stand strong, the reason he makes sure no water leaks in the house and the foundation never cracks. Being a husband is easy. Being a wife is easy. But being a good person seems to be what is hard in today's society. Being a good woman and a good man is where so many of you are being lost. And this is where I ask you to find yourself. If you are single and you're asking other singles for advice, you're already losing. Ladies, it's time for you to start actually talking to your grandmothers. You know, the ones that were married for 30, 40, 50, 60 years. There's a reason. When a man speaks, you should probably actually listen to learn instead of listening to respond or to get triggered. The world that we live in is actually very simple. We've made things a lot more complicated than what they are by chasing things that mean nothing to us. Having a miniature version of yourself is the meaning of life. God created life to create life. Ladies, understand, God is not going to send you a man because you were created to be a helpmate. What actually happens is you need to perfect yourself to where a man feels like he can't live without you.
That's a fact.
When that man can no longer live without you, he's never letting you go.
You're stuck.
It's not because of your hair, your nails, your makeup, your bat lashes, your ass, or your titties. It is because of the feeling that you give him when he is around you. Because you complete him in one way or another. And to be objective for all realms of life, guess what? Sometimes you are not the only one that can do it for him. And there's nothing wrong in that. And on the flip side, because it does happen to other people, if she wants multiple men, if you're cool with that shit, have at it.
Nah, don't you do that shit. Don't you do that fucking shit. Hold up. Hold up, nigga. Hold up. I gotta say one thing. I
just had to because of last week's show.
You went wild on that one.
I gotta say one thing though.
Look, that nigga just said
So
that shit.
back to the.
But he's not a man.
I'm gonna rewind it back just a little second. Cause you mentioned one thing, about the fellas, going back to buy things for their mother and everything, and so I want to normalize it out of my own voice, because I know a lot of people say, "Mama, I want to buy you a house," but actually, I want to be the one to, I want to be one of the guys that advocates for the man. You know what I'm saying? And so when we get to this point where we become, I'm already putting it out there in the world. When this podcast becomes extremely successful, I want to be the one to buy my father his first Rolex. You know what I'm saying? And so being that he was the one that gave me the structure and everything, I want to be the one to say, you know what, Father, Dad, I'm giving this to you because you the one that gave me this. You know what I'm saying? You were the reason. Not to say I don't love my mom. I love my mom to death.
And guess
But
what
no.
Guess what your dad's gonna say?
But here's the
your dad's
thing.
gonna say,
You
"Don't
can't
spend that
buy
much
your
money."
mama a house if your father's already did it.
Your dad's gonna be like,
Yeah, exactly.
"Don't spend that fucking
No,
much
fuck
money."
that. No, he'll be all right. And he gonna have to accept
Dad
it.
ain't gonna know it's happening.
He
That's
No,
won't.
no, man. But
Yeah, he
but
won't.
in his mind, he's gonna be like, "Yo, don't do it." But what I'm saying is, that's how you know he's a real dad. 'Cause
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
like, "Yo,
it's cool.
like,
Yeah,
nah,
yeah. He's a real
But you
dad.
doing it.
But
But
he
you
already
doing it,
bought a
though.
house, so she ain't got to worry about it.
Yeah.
She retired. She ain't got to worry about it.
Yeah.
Buy your
So-
mama a car. Shit.
And so my father giving him a Rolex and a look, this shit here is going it's going to appreciate over
Oh, you
time.
proud
This is
as
for
fuck.
you because of the man that you raised. I did this for you. You know what I'm saying? And because you did what you did, you sacrificed for me, and I'm giving this back to you, and my mom is the beneficiary of it.
Oh yeah, because he knew he did a good job.
He did a great job.
He did a fucking good
And
job.
so, therefore, you know what I'm saying, Dad, this is for you. And so that's why this is a great thing that what we're doing right now. And this is why I'm already putting out there in the universe that, hey, we gonna be successful in this podcast.
100%.
So straight up.
But I mean, I'm pretty sure I don't mean on some gay shit, but like I'm pretty sure your dad's already proud of you because
Oh yeah, for sure.
some shit shit. Bro, I see you on the internet all day, and I'm like, man, this nigga, he's doing it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure your pops feel the same way. So like, I don't think that will like
Yeah, I just talked
top
to
it
him.
off.
I just talked to him a couple of days ago, man. You know what I'm saying? And it just, you know what I'm saying? And this is not a shot at anybody else, in the world, who don't have a father or anything like this. This is not a shot. But
no, it
it's a
should be.
beautiful thing to be able to talk to your dad, you know what I'm saying, at 35 years old and still be able to have that conversation with your father. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a dope thing, bro. Like, and I don't take it for granted at all. You know what I'm saying? And if
Wait till you're
anybody-
45.
That's what I'm saying. So
And-
I don't take it for granted right now.
Yeah,
you know
because
what I'm
nigga, I'm 45 and I can still do that. So fuck you, and you call me an old nigga.
Oh,
Yeah, you an
ass
old nigga, you know what I'm saying? But hey,
Hey,
it is what it
hey,
is. I'll be there one day, but right now it ain't the time.
It ain't right now.
it ain't the time.
It ain't right now.
It ain't the
Hey,
time to talk about it. And I appreciate my father for
I hear
everything
you, bro.
he's done for me, dog.
I have the same conversation with my brother, man. Like, 'cause
Yeah.
he's the one who saved my life. So
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. So like, me and him have conversation. Like,
Shout out
me
to
and
the
him-
Jordan teammate.
Me and him bumped heads when I first came out because I was a fucking like stubborn little kid. But like,
This
bruh,
nigga,
like,
this
I-
nigga brother
yeah.
played with Jordan.
Hey.
This nigga brother played with Jordan, bro. So I'm just saying
Well,
though,
look.
we should already be at 100K subscribers already. This nigga brother
Yeah.
played with Jordan. That's all I'm gonna say. But I'm done talking.
But I owe that motherfucker like everything. So I get what you're saying.
Yeah, that's a Fact, bro.
Throw shit.
And men should more men or more masculine men or men who play the role of a father should get more recognition. And I'm sorry, ladies, at the end of the day, cool, you are who you are, but at the end of the day, more men should be recognized for the things that they do in this world instead of y'all. Because y'all have been getting way too many trophies.
Way
for just handling your
too
responsibilities.
participation
So
trophies.
in 2025,
Participation trophies.
let's start it right now. So for 2025, Mother's Day is coming up.
Yeah.
Salute to all the mothers.
Facts.
Who
But
really,
when Father's Day shows up,
nobody gets shit.
shut the fuck up.
Don't say a motherfucking
Let
thing.
the fathers have Father's Day
Father's Day is.
and leave it at that.
I think there's more women praise on Father's Day.
Don't say a mother. I don't want to hear no. Oh, I played the role of the mother.
Mother
And the,
and
I don't want to
father.
hear a motherfucking thing.
It's like, yo.
You got your role. You had your month. Let the fathers be the fathers. Because I called somebody out on that shit the other day. Well, you played the role of a mother and a father. No, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
You're still a mother. At the end of the day, you're not a father. I don't care what you did or what you had to endure. You are responsible for your kid, and you decided to remove the father out of that kid's life. So therefore, you don't get to play their fucking role.
But we've seen
was your fault.
We've seen the shit that happens where people will say, like the woman will say, like, "Hey, he left the house. He left the house." And for me, like, I
don't
just
believe
don't believe that shit because I know so many
We're gonna
dudes.
have that. That's a whole nother podcast. And the thing about it,
all right, we can end
no,
it.
yeah,
We can end it.
the thing about that is, we're not just gonna talk about it. I'm going to put the numbers on the motherfucking screen.
All right, let's talk
We're
about
gonna show what actually happens and how
Real
with
life
the
shit.
data that goes along with it.
like the real life shit, not just
Yeah.
not just something that come out of your mouth, just like real life.
So with
Like, this
that
is what
being
happens.
said, definitely want to say thank y'all for tuning in for another episode of Cut the Noise. And with that,